So you're thinking about moving to South Florida. Well, good thing you clicked on this video because I'm going to tell you 5 things that you must know before you move here. Hey everyone, I'm Jasmine, a South Florida real estate agent, and the first thing I'm going to tell you, which is most important to me, is the quality of life and just this being in the sunshine. How much that has just drastically just felt a difference in my mood every day. And you wake up and you want to do stuff, you want to get out there, you want to be just the best version of yourself. And I know you're probably thinking, oh yeah, but the sun really does play a huge part in that. I'm from North Carolina originally, and so coming here at first, I was like, I'm gonna miss the seasons. I love the fall and the chilly weather and stuff like that, which I do go back home often. But being here in Florida, it's just so amazing that on Christmas Day, you can go to the beach, you can go for walks in the morning. You don't have to start your car and just shave off the snow or the ice on the windows. It really is truly amazing. And also the beaches. If you're a beach person and you love going to the beach, here is the best place because the beaches here actually resemble a lot of the islands and how clear the water is. I'll insert some pictures here of times I've been to the beach and just how blown away I am by the water and just actually healing and just how wonderful the beaches can feel. And trust me, I totally understand. You hear the weather about how humid it is. That is true. The rain spurts, that's true as well. Usually from around 1 to 3 in the afternoon, you're gonna get some rain. It'll just randomly start raining as well sometimes. And the summers are very hot. And also the hurricanes, they're there. And I know that they're serious, so you have to prepare for them and make sure you're knowledgeable and do your research. But those are all things that we do. Since you live here, that's just stuff that you have to do. Just like in areas that have tornadoes, wildfires, or anything like that, you just have to know and have to prepare and make sure you're staying on top of it. So the second thing that I'm going to tell you is that whichever area you pick, it must align with your lifestyle. I know people talk about the cost of living here all the time, but that plays a big part into where you live. For example, if you were to tell me you like the city life, you like walking around big buildings, you like to walk out on your balcony and to see the water, the buildings, and just everything like that, I'm gonna point you into a direction of different price ranges of where those areas are. For example, Brickell, Edgewater, downtown Miami, even other parts that are like Coral Gables that'll give you that same feel. If you tell me you're moving here and you have a family, they're in school, and you kind of like more of the laid back vibe, kind of more to feel like it's like a little bit homier, I'm gonna tell you maybe you should move up towards Broward, which is Miramar, Pembroke Pines, Weston, Southwest Ranches, Davie, the list goes on. All those areas, which are really, really good areas to live in. Another area that's really good is Las Olas for the downtown part of the area. I think that's very important to understand because that plays a part into how your lifestyle is, what you're spending, where you're going shopping at, and all those things. Which takes me into number 3, which is the cost of living. The cost of living in South Florida is 17% above the national average. Taking these things into account and everything that I've said before, with the quality of life, the sunshine being here, to me, it personally does kind of pay off because you're getting what you're getting and what you're giving in return. But I think that it also depends on where you live, where you're going, like I said, where you're shopping, what you're doing. That plays a huge role into that. The fourth thing is the driving. There are so many different people here from New York, California, North Carolina, Texas, everywhere. So when you combine that on one highway, well, not on one highway, but when you combine all of that driving on the highway, you're gonna get really different drivers. And if you've been here, specifically South Florida, 95, if you've been in this area before, you know that the driving is a mixture. You'll have different types of drivers, which sometimes you might need to just breathe in and breathe out. But I do have to say that there's different areas that people drive a little bit safer, I would say. That's what I'm talking about, more of the suburbs versus like down south and stuff like that, or even Palm Beach, that area. But there is a difference in the drivers here. I've known that. Like I told you guys, I'm from North Carolina. The driving is just simple, plain old, down the road. This is this and that. But here, it's just a different mix. And I wouldn't say that that's like a total negative, but it does kind of give me anxiety sometimes when I'm driving. So I would just be mindful of that when you're coming here. Now, the fifth and final thing that I'm going to talk about is how much there is to do here. Before you come here, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, there's a lot to do. No, there is a lot to do here. For whatever walk of life you're in, I promise you there is something to do here. If you like beach days, boat, jet skis, there's so many parks that you can go and walk around. There's sporting events, football, basketball, baseball. There's nice restaurants you can dress up, or there's casual restaurants you can go to. There's just so many different things for whatever you're looking for. There's so many also groups. For example, my fiance, he loves cars, so he goes to this coffee and cars thing. We could do salsa lessons together. There's so many things that you could do here. The list goes on. There's also F1 races here, which is so cool because I just started getting into that. I know it's been around for a while, but since Netflix produced it, I think everyone now is like, oh, F1. So that's here. We have Art Basel, which is here every single year. That's amazing to go to see the different artists and just the different experiences that has. And then there's also the International Boat Show, which is truly amazing to go to and to just see the different yachts and the different areas and the different things that they have there. There's just always something to do here. And I think that's really important because if you live somewhere and you just feel like you're just alone and there's just nothing really to do, you're having to scavenge and you just feel like you're at home all the time, that's not going to be fun. So Florida is one place, South Florida I would say, is one place that really has everything for anything you're trying to do. And that's it for my 5 things you should know before you move to South Florida. Thank you so much for watching. I know there could be so many more things or so many more questions you have. I'm gonna leave my phone number and email below. Feel free to call or text at any moment. And I'm gonna also be putting out so much more content about South Florida. So if you have any questions about moving here, I'd love to help you. Thanks again.